What's going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami. We're using the two-handed hammer on Lion Spire. It's a few minutes in just because the sound had some issues. It was like crackling. We're defending in this one, and if you're unfamiliar with the two-handed hammer, it's a really good all-around weapon. It has the blunt damage for the bonus on knights and footmen. The hit stop can be a little rough. But if you heavy swing, it'll hit through them. So a good thing to do is to actually go in crowds and look for counters and then heavy swing through people. But it'll take quite a few hits to kill Vanguard, so that can be a little annoying. But it drags well, it excels well, the overheads are good, the slashes are good. It's basically like the heavy mace but worse, but with way cooler skins in my opinion. I just find it looks better. So that's why I kind of tend to use this one over the heavy mace, because you guys know this is a channel for the casuals despite my hours in here. So I'm going to use something based on vibes or cool skins, and that's really it. And if you want a community of like-minded players, or you want to meet people and play, there's groups going 24/7 in my Discord. It'll be in the pinned comment. Really cool stuff in there. There's no drama at all. There's also some sweat lords in there too, but they're all laid back and willing to help just about anyone. I would definitely check that out as a good way to join other Discords and get into the community. Mine's like the kind of entry point, I'd say, for a lot of people. And hopefully we got that update coming on the 5th, it said, but you know, Torn Banner doesn't always deliver on promises, so we'll see. But that's enough ranting for me. Let's get into the gameplay. A lot of you point out that I'm very patient about team damage and new players or bad players, what have you. But this is what drives me crazy, is the second guy that comes in, and that's just selfish, trying to take my kill when he's just directly in front of me and doing it blatantly on purpose. So we're just going to go on our way and wish him luck. But that first guy I will excuse, because he was doing a sprint charge. That's not really his fault. Then we die to a catapult. Oh, and then also we die to a catapult. Our frustrations continue a little bit. This happens when you try and throw on console because we can't rebind things. Is if you hit LB and RB not perfectly in sync, you can't throw the fire pot. So then we struggle to get the two-handed hammer out, because I don't want to fight it with a one-hander. I'm not good with those, the falchion, and it really does get us killed, that whole throwing mess. Something I did well here you may want to pay attention to is I'm doing well with the target switching. It's something you do want to do to catch people by surprise. Unfortunately, a situation like this, I can't really explain how I picked each one, but it was mostly intuitive as they were coming towards me. But definitely make sure when you're fighting multiple people, you're not just attacking the same guy. So if someone manages to get a kick on you and break your block, what you want to do is duck under it. You'll see me do it right there. And it's kind of a last resort thing, because if they kick, it's a guaranteed hit if they attack right away. But he delayed for a second, so it is your like last chance to kind of get out of it. And also just clip it if you do manage to do it, because it looks so cool. This is where I get greedy. Instead of repositioning, I go after the guy who looked like he was healing. And now I'm comically out of position when I could have just gone back to the battering ram and be with my team. Now I do a poor job with positioning, but that's okay because archer kills are always worth it. So while that wasn't a mistake, sometimes you gotta weigh the pros and cons. And An archer kill is worth a death, but luckily it pays off anyway because everyone else kind of ignored us. Maybe they didn't like archers either. And this was interesting because they're taking a long time to get their catapults on the gate. I don't know if someone new was on it or they didn't know how to load it or what. So they haven't even hit it yet. It was a very odd situation and kind of put them behind for the rest. Here, as I'm watching it back, I'm noticing that they're not even really hitting the gate with the catapult. It's mostly just going after like people that are fighting in the field. So, excuse me, you gotta wonder if this is maybe a new player or something. I'm not really sure there. This is more lighthearted trolling, not disrespect, but I do emote no because he tried to kick me more than once, and you shouldn't really be relying on kicks at all, but doing it too many times, I have started doing that. So this is one of those fun little emoting moments as I say thank you for him having my back in that fight. Also, he didn't get in the way or anything, and he throws me a health kit and I get some health. That's not why I do it, but it's the little things in this game. So they end up getting the gate with like 1 second left, and that whole catapult situation I'm pretty sure leaves them behind on the timer. So now they only have 6 minutes, and this is a tough one. This part's a little awkward. I don't think I should be going up by the gate after it falls. Maybe it's better to just hang out by that ballista or the town square, but I feel guilty because everyone else is in there, so I may as well anyway. It's only going to be about 10 seconds, so I'm not going to edit it out so you see what happens, and I'm talking over this part anyway, but the sound issues do come back, but by the time I respawn, it's back to normal. Here I back up in hopes he's going to come after me, just because I don't want this fight to end, but I don't want that archer to be in the way either. So I try and get around that like little hallway. We're able to get the guy with the spear, and the archer just won't stop, so we're going to retreat. Looking back, I forgot about this, but now I have the devious plan that I'm going to get behind him and do an intelligent flank for once instead of just rushing in like a madman. And we're going to burn the archer alive with a fire pot. That one felt good. And as you can see, they are running out of time. They're not going to be able to get this win. It was really hard to not talk about my stats in this one because I had 50 kills in just 3 stages, but I needed to stop doing that, so I'm glad you guys pointed it out. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one.